Pancreas. I'm Dr. Jacqueline Owusu with Renew Health Clinic. Welcome to Renew Health Thursdays. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about, basically talking about the digestion, understanding digestion, the process of digestion, because digestion is so important, right? Especially gut health is so important for our overall health and wellness and vitality. So I want to kind of explain the normal process of digestion and how when we have disease going on or some kind of condition going on, how it will affect us. And it's going to be very brief. If you ever want to know more, just join my program, Renew Health Transformation Lifestyle Program, and we'll be able to teach you more and also to delve into helping you get rid of your chronic diseases or reverse your chronic diseases and come off your medications. So with that said, and we also have a book that I wrote called Renew Health Transformation Program. You can also get that book, and with that you will see a lot. But what we do here is the support of coaching, okay? And consultation as well. All right, with that said, let's dive right into it. The understanding the process of digestion. So that there's several, when you eat food, there's several steps it goes through for it to give you energy. And one of the steps is, the first step is digestion. Then we go from digestion, we go into absorption. And then from absorption, we go into the body being able to basically get these nutrients into your body, right, into your cells, and then from there also elimination. So we are definitely going to understand this today, and then from there we will be able to help you understand what actually happens when you eat your food. So let's say, for example, you eat a plate of chicken with some salad or maybe broccoli and rice. Okay, so on your food you have chicken, you have rice, you have broccoli or salad, right? So, and then you even have some butter on your chicken. So on that plate you have carbohydrates, right, from the rice. You have fats from the protein and from the chicken and the protein, and you have the chicken has protein and fat, and you have your vegetables has carbohydrate. Also carbohydrates, right? And then if the butter is pure fat. So you have all of this. You start chewing and eating it. It goes into your mouth. Your mouth starts digestion. Okay. There's amylase. There's an enzyme in your mouth that starts the digestion of the starch, which is the carbohydrate. Okay. Then it goes into your stomach, and in your stomach is very acidic. So what the digestion of protein then starts. Okay, which is your meats. Okay, starts in your stomach. From there, it goes into the small intestine. There are 3 parts of the small intestine. The first part is the duodenum, and the duodenum will then basically start the digestion. Okay, more digestion, and then the absorption once the food is digested. But in the duodenum, the pancreas, okay, which is also part of an organ in your body, that pancreas releases sodium bicarbonate, because remember, the food that is now coming from the stomach is very acidic, because the stomach is acidic. So then it goes into the small intestine. Then the pancreas releases sodium bicarbonate to buffer the acidic food that's coming from the stomach. From there, if you have fat in your diet, then the liver has also made bile stored in your gallbladder if you still have a gallbladder, and then it releases the bile, which is like it's an emulsifier. So it emulsifies the fat, which is like how the best way to describe that is if you in your sink, if you fried something in the frying pan and then you put the frying pan in the sink, you put water, there's droplets of fat, right, oil on top. When you put soap, it actually emulsifies the fat, and that's what you call emulsification. So that's what bile, that the liver makes bile, it stores it in the gallbladder, and that's what it does. If you don't have a gallbladder, then it's still going to store, still going to be release some kind of bile, but probably not as much as if it's stored in the gallbladder. So then that helps with that whole emulsifying of the fats. Okay, so now more breakdown of the carbohydrate goes down, more breakdown of fat goes down, and then in the small intestine there's small pores. Okay, and those pores actually is what takes the absorption. So now the body's being absorbed, the nutrients that you just got from the food is being absorbed, and it's absorbed through those small pores into the blood. Okay, so your carbohydrate, which breaks down to glucose, right? Or if it's fruits, fructose, your fats, which breaks down to fatty acids and glycerol, and then your protein, which breaks down to simple amino acids. All this goes through the pores and then goes into the bloodstream. This is a normal person now. This is not somebody who has any type of GI problems, okay? So in the blood, the food, I call it food energy. So the food that you ate has food energy, but that food energy has to get into your cells. And that's how it's able to supply you with energy once it gets into the cells, these nutrients. So glucose has to get into the cells via the aid of insulin. Okay, protein has to get into the cells, and fats have to get into the cells. And once these food energy gets into the cell, then the cell goes through a complicated process, right? So now you have digestion, we just from the mouth all the way to the small intestine. Then the small intestine, there's pores, it's absorbed. So now you have the second stage, which is absorption. Then the third stage is utilization. That's going from the food energy going from the bloodstream into the cells. And then the cells has to utilize this. And this is utilization. And then once it goes into the cells, the cell goes through a whole complicated process and then breaks it down to form ATP, or adenosine triphosphate, which is energy that your body uses, okay? And then the cells also, once it finishes what it has to do, it also releases waste, poop, right? So that's basically the elimination, as well as your small intestine also releases some of these roughages into your colon, and the colon then releases it as feces, and that's your elimination, okay? So now what I want to point your mind to is all this is a normal process. However, if you have problems going on, right, with, let's say, your GI tract, if you don't have enough acid in your GI tract, then you can't really digest proteins well, and you're going to have acid reflux, okay? If you have problems going on in your kidney, not your kidneys, your pancreas, and you can't, release a lot of these sodium bicarbonate, then a lot of your foods, right, cannot be really buffered well, right? Because remember, the acidic food, the food that's coming from your stomach is acidic, and it's the pancreas that releases sodium bicarbonate to buffer it, right? Now, if you have a problem with that, you're gonna have a problem, with buffering the food and not making it as acidic. Then, if you have a problem with your gallbladder, let's say your gallbladder has been taken up, or you have a problem with the liver, then you're gonna have a problem with getting bile to really break down or emulsify the fat. So, and then if you have a problem with your GI tract itself, the small intestine itself, or the colon, then you're going to have a problem with absorption, right? Let's say you have a leaky gut, which another day we're going to talk about leaky gut. Then you're going to have problems with absorption or improper absorption into the bloodstream. And if you have improper absorption into the bloodstream, then what's going to happen is you're going to mount an immune reaction, and then all these problems occurs, okay? If you have a problem with, getting into the colon, or let's say you have a problem with your thyroid, or maybe even your adrenal gland and your GI tract, then you're going to have problems with that, with elimination. So you're probably either going to have constipation or you're going to have diarrhea, okay? So all of that is very, very important in understanding digestion to elimination. It is very important that anything can go wrong. It's a very complicated process. It takes a lot of energy out of you. That's why it's not good for you to constantly keep eating, because you need that process to digest the food, to absorb it, to utilize it, and to eliminate. Okay? And once you're able to do that efficiently, you will see that your health and vitality improves. Also, the key is eating the right foods, staying away from processed foods and processed, refined carbohydrates, sugars, a lot of proteins, and lots of fat. And then stick to basically, whole foods and vegetables and fruits. And once you do that, you will see that your GI tract will absorb things better, it will digest things better, and you will get vitality and wellness. And all these other chronic diseases that we are facing will start going or reversing one by one. So if you need more information on this, leave a comment, visit us at Renew Health Clinic. And we will be able to help you. That's what we do here. We coach, we consult, and we help you get off your chronic medications. Okay, so with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave us a comment if you enjoyed it, and know that I love you, but God loves you more. Until next Thursday when we drop another video, have a blessed day. Mwah.